Insert a functional battery pack and confirm that the blade does not turn on. Eject the battery pack. Use a T20 bit to remove the 6 screws on the service cover behind the battery box. Reinsert the battery pack. Check for a flashing green light on the small main PCBA. If there is no light flashing, check the fuse. Unplug the fuse. Set the multimeter to continuity mode. Check the continuity of the 2 pins on the fuse connector. If there is continuity, then the fuse is good. Or check the resistance across the fuse itself. A resistance reading of less than 1 ohm means that the fuse is good. Check the main PCBA first before replacing the fuse. If the main PCBA tests good, replace the fuse. If the main PCBA tests bad, replace it and the fuse at the same time. Proceed to test the main PCBA for short circuits. Detach the battery. Set the multimeter to diode testing mode. With the negative test pin on the positive battery connector and the positive test pin on the negative battery connector, if the measurement is higher than 0.3 volts, then the PCBA is good. Otherwise, replace the main PCBA. If the fuse tests good, check the continuity of the battery connector. Disconnect the main PCBA and self-propelled PCBA power and connectors. Set the multimeter to continuity mode. Verify continuity from the positive input of the main PCBA to the positive battery connector. Verify the continuity from the positive input of the self-propelled PCBA to the positive battery connector. Verify the continuity from the negative input of the main PCBA to the negative battery connector. Verify the continuity from the negative input of the self-propelled PCBA to the negative battery connector. If the resistance reading is not infinite, it means the battery connector is good and the main PCBA needs replacement. If the resistance is infinite, replace the battery connector. Insert a functional battery. Look for a flashing green light on the bottom of the small PCBA. Engage the headlight. The flashing green LED should change to solid green. Eject the battery, then reinsert it. Press the self-propelled button on the top of the handle. The flashing green LED should change to solid green. Eject the battery, then reinsert it. Press and hold the top safety switch, then pull the bail handle to engage the blade. The flashing green LED should change to solid green. If only 1 to 2 scenarios change the LED to solid, then replace the handle. If all 3 scenarios do not change the flashing green light to solid, then replace the bus wire harness and the handle. If the problem is not resolved with the replacement of the bus wire harness, replace the main PCBA. If the light on the small main PCBA turns to a solid green in all scenarios, push the safety switch and pull the bail to engage the blade. Look for the color of the LED on the top right of the handle. If it flashes yellow, then the mower is overloaded. Check the resistance on the blade motor or diode test the main PCBA. To check the resistance on the blade motor, unplug the 3-wire motor connector. Set the multimeter to resistance mode. Measure the resistance between any 2 of 3 terminals. If any of the measurements are infinite, then the circuit is open and the main motor is damaged. Replace the motor. To diode test the main PCBA, unplug the power and connector. Set the multimeter to the diode measuring mode. With the negative test pin contacting the positive side of the yellow connector input power, take the positive test pin and check the voltage at each of the yellow, blue and brown wires inside the black connector power out to the motor, one at a time. The acceptable range should be between 0.4 and 0.55 volts. Any measurement outside of this range, the PCBA is damaged and needs replacement. With the positive test pin contacting the negative side of the yellow connector input power, take the negative test pin and check the voltage at each of the yellow, blue, and brown wires inside the black connector power out to the motor, one at a time. The acceptable range should be between 0.4 and 0.55 volts. Any measurement outside of this range, the PCBA is damaged and needs replacement. If the mower indicator is solid yellow, that indicates that the mower is overheated. Let the mower cool down, then restart the mower. If the problem is not resolved, replace the main PCBA. If the mower indicator flashes red and green alternately, that indicates a communication problem in the system. Test the continuity between the brown wire and the middle blade of the battery connector. Unplug the brown connector from the main PCBA. Set the multimeter to continuity mode. Measure the continuity of the brown wire to the middle blade of the battery connector. If you can hear the beeping sound, replace the main PCBA. Otherwise, replace the battery connector. If the mower indicator flashes green, check if the battery power is flashing green at the same time. If the battery power indicator does not flash green, that means that there is a handle position issue. Check the two position switches. One is the handle extension switch in the middle of the right beam of the handle, and the other is the handle rotation switch inside the service cover on top of the rear of the deck. Unplug the three connectors shown in the video. Use a T20 bit to remove the 6 screws securing the service cover. Rotate the handle back and forth to ensure that the handle rotation switch is engaging and disengaging properly. Engage the switch and listen for a clicking sound. Set the multimeter to continuity mode. Engage the switch and check the continuity of the black and red wires. Replace the switch if it stays open when engaged. If the battery power indicator flashes green, replace the main PCBA. If the indicator is solid green and the blade is not running, then replace the main PCBA.